Yo, yo. How's it going? Oh, this is on the wrong screen. How's it going, everyone? What's good? What's good? Let's see what we can see. All right. Nothing on the news today. Unemployment on Thursday. That's really it. Let's take a look at last week. Holy shit. NFP was huge. Well, not NFP, non-farm employment. What's going on? What's going on? FOMC was as expected. So employment was down on Wednesday. And then FOMC was, the funds rate was exactly what you'd expect. And then on Thursday, unemployment came up again. But then on Friday, the market was actually better, the job market. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the market's just doing exactly what you'd expect. So there wasn't much on there. I'm not going to lie. Let's take a look. Yeah. That's important. Australia signals more hikes if you trade Audi. That's important. China. Oil up is usually bad for lots of other stuff. Let's see. Stock futures were around flatline on Tuesday as traders take a breath after the biggest bond sell-off since 2022. Stocks are beating earnings. Ford has earnings today. Tesla's down. Amazon's down. Um, Analyze CAD JPY. Why are we going to analyze Canadian dollar, Japanese yen? Say was Mickey D's. Eli Lilly. What the fuck? I've never even heard of that before. Chipotle's out tonight. Nothing crazy with the earnings today. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, so this is all. Everyone's pretty much just waiting to see what happens now. Earnings are coming in for a lot of stocks. They're strong, but people were super optimistic that the Fed would start talking about cutting rates, which I mean was very unrealistic expectations to have. So the market might be overextended a little bit, which is why it's kind of doing what it's doing right now. Because people don't really want to sell, but they also don't know if they should be buying it. Yeah, everyone's saying the same thing. All right, let's take a look at the dollar. Dollar looks strong on the weekly. Yields are at midline. Bonds look like they're going to drop. Yields look like they're going to pop. It's daily, right? Yields look like they're going to pop. Bonds look like they're going to drop. Dollar looks like it's going to rip. Right, it broke this high and it stayed above it. 20 years of down. Yeah, so it looks like risk is off the table right now, right? That's usually what this means, right? Dollar's safe haven. Yields are up because the dollar's going up, right? Bonds are selling off. Long-term bonds are selling off. US 30 is up here. And it looks like it's going to come down, to be honest. NAS is at all-time highs. Let's see if there's a setup on US 30. Mark this up a little better. Monthly, weekly. Drop into the daily. This was an old high. This is an old low. So that's what I wanted to see last time, right? I thought it would sell off here, but it didn't. It went on to continue making all-time highs. It looks like it's pushing up. But I think that's just to try and grab some liquidity before it moved down. Although earnings were good today, it could go up today. I just wonder. Ripped up here, tested this, came up again, kind of took this high, swept all this liquidity, failed to break out. I wouldn't be surprised to see a drop here. It's kind of the range we're working with right here. You have supply there, an old high. Hourly. Yeah, maybe we go up into that hourly supply and come down. That's the wrong fucking tool. Which one is it again? This thing. Alright. Go up. Do whatever it's gonna do. Come down. That's what I'd like to see, to be honest. Yeah, whatever. think that's what I'm looking for. The market to do. All right. What time is it? 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes till the market opens. What do you guys want to look at? Oh, Hans is here? What up, Hans? Damn, Hans, you buying? Where you buying at? Fuck. It did wick into this demand zone. It's kind of losing that momentum, though, unless it rips here. Gold buys. Looks toasty. It's still in this range. Yeah, I mean, it's if you're in buys already, that's a good positioning. You know, you got in at the bottom of this range here. This old low. What time frame is this? H4. There's a lot of highs up there. The only thing is this wick kind of looked like it took out those highs, you know, and it fucking came down. But it didn't really go to make new lows. I don't like to trade gold. I always get clapped on gold. It's not my pair. I got a daily high here. H4. You got these lows. I tested this low again. You can even move this all the way from there back over to here. Yeah, gold could be a move. Gold could be a move. Especially with the way with the fundamentals are right now. If this low is maintained, you know, you expect it to come break these highs, probably go beyond that. It's very tight. It's coiling out for a big move, you know. It's collecting a lot of orders. Yeah. Gold is spicy mommy. That's one way to put it, you know. Muy caliente. Got that habanero. Just fucking rub it all over your face and in your eyes. I think I said it on the first stream I did. I don't think I've ever won a gold trade, to be honest. It just acts very wonky. It always does like one extra move than I think, and it takes me out, you know, and then it ends up doing what you want. Friday highs. Was that up here? Yeah. No, it's Sunday. You're shooting for that? You think it's just going to pop straight from here? Just run up, run this? I think if it runs this, it's definitely going to run all this, right? I don't think there's any way it comes up here again and leaves those all untouched. Gold's on the white powder. Yeah, it's like that that fucking guy from the opening of Ted 2. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anyone seen that movie? I fucking love that scene. You gotta know the New York reversal zones and the failure swings at the bottom of gold. Sounds about right. All right, we got, what, 10 minutes till market open? What do we want to look at next? Bro, I love that scene. I wonder if you guys could hear if I open this up right now.
Congrats, Carol. Now you're really gonna have to get those new dentures. Good thing Aspen Dent.
Yeah, there was an issue, so he's unconscious now. But yeah, this
Jesus, why did you bring him here?
well, I've been following him around since yesterday. This is
It's
the only
not.
chance I can.
All right, we're gonna try this one more time, and then we're going back to the chart. Oh yeah, this is the scene.
Hey,
Can you guys hear this? Or nah? Because I can't hear it.
big day, huh, bud? You guys want to celebrate with a little...
No thanks, Sam. Tammy Lynn would kill me if I did drugs on our wedding day.
She won't notice. I just did a line with a dude in the men's room, and I bet you can't even spot him.
That's gold right there, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
All right. What are we gonna look at next? Check Nas. Yeah, I looked at Nas. I mean, I wouldn't touch Nas right now. It's literally pushing up against all-time highs, you know. We know how that goes. It just rips. It's going to melt people's faces off, and then it's going to drop down at some point, and it's just going to screw everyone over. Probably, you know. It's just... I don't know how you trade this area, you know, unless you shoot for a short. If it fails to make new highs, you know. Comes up here, stalls out. Maybe you enter a short with a really tight stop. Probably going to get blown out, but, I mean, that's really the only thing to do here. It's probably just going to fly. Yeah, I think if you do anything with Nas, you're just gonna get your stop hit. It just looks like it's at an area where it's gonna do that. Why are you hating on Seth MacFarlane, bro? He's created so many funny ass characters. Imagine that dude's mind. It's just constantly got to be coming up with like crazy shit all the time, you know. Just so many episodes of stuff he puts out. All right, what else do we want to look at, boys? We got 5 minutes. Actually, we got 6 minutes. How many people we got here? We got 10 people. All right. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the giveaway right before the market opens. Because the last time everyone was complaining that I waited until the end. Which was fair enough. So everyone type a 1 in the chat. And then I'll look at CAD JPY real quick. If you want to be in the giveaway, you got to put a 1 in the chat. All right, cool. Let's run this. Don't spam 1, or I'm just going to start disqualifying you guys because that just makes it more annoying. Random number generator. All right, we got Solomon, Blues, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Solomon already did it. 10. Don't put 1 more than once, guys. You're just messing it up. God damn it. 1. This chat over here. All right, we got Solomon is 1, Blues is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alexis was up here already. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, we got 13 people. Anyone else? Speak now, forever hold your peace. 14. Is that it? All right, that's it. We're rolling. Boom. 9. Let's see, who's that? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bro, you won. Well, message me on IG and I'll get you your account. All right, cool. All right, we got 2 minutes till the market opens. CAD JPY. It looks like it's making a double bottom here, right? Whoop. So if this holds, or even if it just skims it, it looks like it's gonna rip up. To be honest, this is the 15-minute time frame though. So, M15 low. M15 high. Yeah, so you're at the bottom of this range, right? So traditional wisdom tells you to long the bottom, right? Expect it to come up unless you see something. But it could also break. So if it breaks and it like confirms a break, right? It like accepts lower prices. You could also short, right? Because then you'll expect this to become. Right now it's support, or you're hoping it's support, and then you'll expect it to be resistance, and then it'll come down. Or it could even come higher back up into this area where there'd be supply, and then come down. I don't know who's trading that, though. All right, US 30. How much time do we got? 17 seconds before we go live, fellas. Let's fucking see what this market does. I'm curious to see Nas just fucking... Got a little bit of a drop there. Drop down to the 1 minute chart like a crackhead. Oof. So bounce off the 200. You're going to short NAS 100. Godspeed, my friend. I don't recommend it, but yeah, bro, it's just gonna fucking melt faces. Fucking Nas. I do need to open my MetaTrader though. Which one was it again? Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, so we're seeing a little bit of indecision here at the open, right? Got people buying, people selling. Just making this fucking candle right here. Like I said, I want to see it come. I want to see it take out this high, come into this area of supply, and I just want to see supply be too much here. Because I with the way the market is, I don't know. People are just going to rip it into all-time highs without coming and testing some of these lows. They could. I mean, that's kind of what the markets do, you know, so. Oh, fucking scumbag. Just up forever. Look at this fucking insanity. So many trillions of dollars just fucking grinding its way up. Well, Hans, how's your gold trade going, bro? Why did it melt like that? Because the market's overextended. It didn't really melt either, but it's more of an indecision at this moment. But the market's overextended, you know. It's just been, people have just been buying. And they were expecting interest rates, them to say something about cutting interest rates or something, interest rates are high or this, that, and the third, and it's just not there. So people are a little overzealous, and they've been betting on rate cuts that haven't materialized yet, and haven't even been spoken about materializing. So they might be overextended, which is why you'd expect a really big sell-off. Not like really big, but like a very violent one, you know, just catch a lot of people off sides. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Looks like it might hit my zone. Yeah. What's Nas doing? Oh, Nas melted. Oh, look at that. It touched the all-time high and then it just rejected hard body. I still think it's not. I still think it's going to fuck some people up, but we'll see. There's just going to be too many people that are just trying to short this, I feel like. God damn. I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about it on the last stream. So a lot of times, Nas and US 30 on days like this where there's like a little bit of indecision, or it's not like a unanimous like buy or unanimous sell day, they'll be opposed to each other, right? Because what they do is they'll hedge their play, the banks and the institutions and stuff. So if they're selling off Nas, they'll buy US 30 in case they're wrong and the market goes up, right? And they don't want to be caught off sides. or vice versa. If they're buying US 30, they'll sell NAS because they don't want to double down on being bullish on a day where they might be wrong. So that's why you kind of see this where one's going down and the other one's just going up, right? Because the same people that are selling this are buying this. And that's something that a lot of retail people don't know about because it's just not, it's not taught in any like online guru courses or whatever, you know. That's a big money play, but that's why you'll see this. Came 2 decades late. Not quite that late, but you motherless con. Damn, I guess I should get my MetaTrader ready, to be honest. Right? Looks like it might hit my zone. Gonna try and short the Dow again. Oh, patiently waiting for it to hit our zone. And then we'll see. Probably get blown out, to be honest. The market's just been so strong. I can't be an advocate of, you know, longing the top. It just doesn't, unless you're in an environment like if they had announced rate cuts or something like that, then you just go, you expect it to make new highs and then some, but we're just not in that environment yet. So I don't know, we'll see. This will be interesting. Do I have a high here to take out? No. That's an H4. Was that an old H4 high? Ah, you goddamn scumbag. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Kind of took this old high, made a new one, but failed to really make new highs. So I expect it to test this area one more time and then reject. So we'll see. We will see. Look at those fucking candles. You hate going against candles like that, man. It just sucks. I want to see it run this liquidity, make a really quick move up. Right? Let's see if it does that. Yeah. So far, it's doing everything I wanted to see, right? So that's good. I should swap these, huh? Nah, I'll fucking leave it. God damn it. Can't stop a moving train. No, you cannot stop a moving train. But I expect this to be the station, bro. That's why you set up zones, right? Train's moving, and then it hits the station, and then it starts going back towards the original destination. That's what we're expecting. That's what I'm expecting. How's Nas look? Oof. How's gold? It's kind of just sitting there, jerking around like it does. That's why I don't trade gold. I do not fuck with gold, man. So you could already see there are some sellers entering the market, right? They had stops over here, or they wanted a short after it made a new high. I think they get pushed. People that are overly aggressive, fucking max lot size short over here, just get blown out a little bit, and then comes up to that area. I really like this because I feel like this is it's a great, just very well defined area, right? If it doesn't stop here and it just keeps going, it's gonna probably run all day, or it's gonna rip into all-time highs, which is territory I don't want to fuck around with. We did that on the first stream, just kind of dicking around, and got toasted. So that's not my play. Share my thoughts on Audi USD. If this doesn't work out, I'll take a look at it. But I'm waiting for this to hit this zone right now. I don't want to change the charts up. You got beat up by gold, bro. I mean, I literally played you a video of gold punching a dude in the face and jumping out the window. So that should have been some foreshadowing. Gold is, I don't know. I know there are people that's their main pair, but I just don't see it. I don't like the way gold moves. It doesn't make sense to me. But I'm also someone that would never buy gold, like as an investment or anything. Like I feel like they're just better options. So I think gold is kind of useless. It goes on jewelry and stuff, but aside from that, it doesn't really. I don't see the point in the 21st century of gold as a form of currency. It's just too heavy. It's just yeah, I mean, gold looks like it's poised to break out over the next couple of years. If you take a look at that chart, like it's definitely up, making higher highs, some near all-time highs. But actually, that's not true. I guess I could see it, because like over the past couple of years, like the past lot of years, like gold hasn't really done much price-wise. But I mean, the U.S. dollar has depreciated so much. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense, because then it's still worth the exact same amount of dollars, and those dollars are worth less. So, yeah, no, it just hasn't made sense to own gold over the past, 30 years or so. You just missed out on a lot of money that you would have made in the stock market. The thing is, like, the swings are less violent with gold, right? That's like, there's no, like, risk of losing it all to some degree, which is why people diversify and they have it in their portfolio. But that's also why I just can't trade it. It's just the way it moves is just wonky to me. Come on, you rat bastard. Ugh. Well, showtime. It's right near a quarter point too. You got 8,550 there. Might not be ready to drop yet, to be honest. I feel like that went a little too easy. Right? It happened to me last time too, though. It started to go down and then fucking rip back up. So far, so good. Gold is your toxic girlfriend. Bro, you got a debtor. That's what you do with toxic girls. It's kind of dicking around here. I'm not a huge fan of this. Oh. Love to see it. Let's go. Now, the danger is if it comes down to this old high and then bounces fucking right up. Right. Because that's something you could expect to see. Buyer step in at the old high and then drive price up. Let's see if that happens. Is it going to do that? Is it going to do that to us? It went right to 38.5 and people started buying that area. There's also people there. I don't know why I'm on the M1 chart. I'm a fucking idiot. Don't ever be on the M1 chart. Don't ever be on the M1 chart. Don't ever be on the M1 chart. Unless you're one of those crackheads that like scalps like a beast. But like a real like good scalper. You know, like they would have been in and out multiple times already. Not like, oh, I'm going to enter in a scalp and I'm going to try and hold it for it to run, you know. There are dudes that can just scalp the shit out of the market. I'll trade like 40, 50 times in one day, in one session. I am not that person. And you're probably not that person either. It's a very specific breed. Let's see. Did Nas start coming up? Yeah, see that? That's funny. Nas took out this low over here. Right? Anyone that was short, they decided that it was going to rip down. They started to get short here and then starting to go against them. This is really indecision right now, what we're seeing. It came into the zone. It was obviously, I had my eye on it. Obviously, other people did too, right? Started to sell off, but then wasn't really a lot of sellers yet. Let's see what happens at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is usually a big area, like a big time. How's Hans's gold trade? Let's go, Hans. He's not here anymore, right? He probably wants to go focus on the market. I'm killing it. Thanks, bro. I mean, I didn't really do much. I just marked up the chart and waited for it to hit the level I was looking at. I also played TED 2, you know? So I guess I am killing it. Well, doesn't look like buyers have stepped in yet. You know? It's a zone to watch. This low here on the M5. Oh, wait. Yes, they did. Getting blown out. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. And US 30 is still in the green on the day. It's got plenty of room to come down, just to even get back to neutral. This is nice to see. This is nice to see. I want to see it end this hourly candle underneath this high. That would be a good confirmation that the market's heading in my direction. Wow, I barely touched that zone too. That's crazy. I almost waited for it to hit the quarter point. That would have been tragic. Oh. Buyers are entering. Yeah, so the market is, buyers and sellers are going back and forth at this point, right? Like I pointed out earlier, come down here. Could potentially see buyers step in and drive price back up, because this would be a good area to do it. The goal is to just find high probability areas and then make plays based off that. That's all you can do, and then stick to the strategy that you develop as gospel, you know. And hope that the market has the same idea that you do. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing with trading, right? Is that sometimes the more you do, the worse off you are. You know, it's kind of like if you're trying to learn karate, right? Bruce Lee has a saying, right, that he fears the guy who practices one kick 10,000 times and not the guy who practices 10,000 kicks. You know, because that guy's just gonna come out and start throwing around random shit. But that one dude that's done it 10,000 times, like, he's going to clap you. Like, that shit is going to be perfect. So, I mean, find the style that works best for you, the time frame, whatever it is, and then stick to it and know that it's not always going to work. You might even lose more than you win. You know, there are some traders where that's their style. Like, I brought it up with Nate once, that there's this famous guy that he lost 95% of his trades, right? But like his trades, like his risk to reward, like it was just so good that he made a lot of money for an institution. So I mean, it's just there's lots of ways to do it, but also only one way, right? And that one way is to focus on one thing. Got a nice little trade going here. Now you're growing. I am $400 plus. Yeah, I mean it's prop money, so it's not a real 400, but eventually it will be. Let's go for more. Yeah, I mean my setup is still valid, right? So I'm not going to close it. It's not a matter of going for more. It's just a matter of letting the trade play out. Unless it hits my 10% target, in which case I'll just close it, because at that point, the risk to reward becomes all risk and no reward, right? Because you can't do more than the 10% if you're on a challenge phase. Market is stalling here. Why are we stalling here? Is there any significant point? Oh, it was a quarter point. It was 84.50. That makes sense. You also want to look and see what is happening in the trade and try to understand what's happening, right? Like I was trying to figure out why the market would choose this area to kind of resist. And then I realized obviously that it's a quarter point. And then that makes a lot more sense because otherwise it was just stalling out in the middle of essentially nowhere. It would have made more sense for it to stall out here or down here. Obviously here, this is an old high. Right, it would make sense for it to come down here, stall out, maybe even reverse. And that's how you just manage your trade and kind of realize what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it depends what stage of your trading career you're at, you know? In the beginning, more trading is better because the only way to do it is to get hours in. But you have to know that you're trading with the intention to not make money. You're trading with the intention to get hours in, right? To understand the market, understand what's happening. And that's the problem. And everyone wants to make money at every stage, and it's not realistic. Even the people that come in and they make a lot of money very quickly, they end up losing it, right? Because they don't have the prerequisites to keep that and to keep scaling it, and they try to, and it doesn't work that way. It'd be like if you wanted to learn the guitar, right? And then you try to just make rock star money right away. It's just that doesn't make any sense. Like who's gonna hire you to play a fucking concert when you picked up the guitar 6 months ago, 3 months ago, like even like a year ago, you know? Like it's not gonna happen. It's just it's not the reality of how skill sets work. Yeah, I mean, if you're at the point where you're over trading, then you need to not be focusing on money, right? You need to be trading demo accounts or like super low funded accounts, like something that it doesn't even matter if you blow it because the purpose is just to grow as a trader. Because if you're focusing on the money, you're not improving as a trader, right? Because then you're, like you said, you're over trading, and you're not over trading because you're trading more good setups. You're just trying to make more money, which is not how this, like, you can't just pull extra money out of it. It's not like a magician and pulling a rabbit out of a fucking hat, you know? It's like you take what the market gives you. That's it. That's all you can ever do. And some people are obviously in an opportunity where they can the market can give them a lot more than someone else, you know, someone that's got $6 million of funding or someone that's got like $1 million in a live account is going to be able to pull a lot more out of the same setup than you are. And then you're going to try and do more than you can, and it's going to create bad habits. And it's like, that's why it's an endless cycle that most people can't break out of. This is doing exactly what I wanted to see it do up to this point. You know, it hasn't dropped as quickly as I would have liked, but that's obviously the case anytime you're in a trade. You just want it to rip you in your direction. And then, of course, as I say that, it starts pulling back towards the quarter point. This has been highly contested so far, right? This has been like this entire 15-minute candle, just right around this area. Buyers are getting a shot to push price back up. Let's see what happens. What time is it? It's about to be 10:15. New York was choppy for Euro USD. Yeah, that makes sense. It wasn't really news for either of them. I didn't look at the Euro USD chart, so I don't know what area it was in. You have to recognize anytime you're trading that the market's goal is to just find fair value and then stay there, right? So whenever we're taking a trade, we're just saying that the market is not at fair value, and this is where fair value is, and I expect it to go there. That's all you're doing, right? And that goes back to what I was saying about not being able to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Like you can't force fair value to be somewhere else. Like it is where it is. And I shorted up here, right? Because I said it early in the stream. I thought the fundamentals just were not in a place for the Dow Jones to be ripping to new all-time highs, right? Everyone was expecting rate cuts or dovish wording from the Fed, stuff like that, and we just didn't get it. It's just been a lot of the same, which shouldn't be enough to just drive price down, except that we were so overextended. Like it was, I even looked at the weekly before, right? Like if you pull up this weekly, like this is just people betting that we're gonna cut. Is it right? Just buy. You had one little stutter and just straight up into all-time highs. Like this was the old all-time high and just ripped past it, you know. So I think people are overzealous, and that's why I don't think fair value is up past the all-time highs right now. Could be wrong. Obviously, they're buyers. But that's the cool thing about trading, is that every time you get humbled. Like even when you're right, you know, you're not right to a T. Like it doesn't happen exactly as you'd expect, right? Even if it hits this perfect, right? It doesn't right now. Like I didn't expect it to hit this quarter point and fucking stall there for a full 15-minute candle, right? Like I said, I almost fucking waited until this quarter point to enter, and then I would have been wrong. Like I definitely thought it was going to happen. When I marked it up, I expected it to hit this old high, right, and bounce off, and none of those things happened. So the volatility is dull. Yeah, I mean, it's not like if there's nothing going on, like why are we ripping into all-time highs? Like that doesn't seem correct to me. How's Hans's gold trade? Let's go, Hans. Gold is going to Jupiter. Nice entry. Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's just, honestly, I just looked at this. Was it ICT calls them an order block? I look at them as like the beginning of an impulse, right? It's like this last move before a big move in the other direction, and that's usually where I enter on my setups. I'll do that a lot of times, or I'll use old highs and old lows, or I'll look for a swing failure, right? It's usually, if I'm entering, it's usually on one of those three. But yeah, this one just happened to be fucking perfect. I just need the rest of the trade to play out. You're looking to buy Nas. Why? What is Nas doing? Oh my god. Bro, why? Wait for it to, I mean, it's ripping down. Wait for it to at least take it. I don't know, dude. I would not be touching this right now. Look at that. You're going to buy this? You're trying to catch a falling knife, my friend. That's not. Wow. I don't recommend. I do it once at 38.4 and it came up. There's another quarter point. Where buyers stepped in. Yeah, right there. I don't know. We got a lot of buyers on the way down on this. A lot of buyers on the way down. Wait for the break of structure and then enter in fair value gap. I gotta watch the video on fair value gaps. I have no idea what that means, to be honest. It's just like an impulse like this, right? It's just where price hasn't been tested. Oh, it's been a fight the whole way down. I'm not gonna lie. It sucks. Nas melted too. Damn, they just pounded that up. What time is it? 10:15. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. They just moved that up so easily. Oh, that sucks. trade might turn around. Very, very unideal. Gold. What's going on with gold? Damn, I can't believe I shorted the wrong pair. Although I wouldn't, to be fair, I would have never taken that. Short it right at the all-time high. Oh, shot. Would have at least waited for it to break and stall out. Ah, this is brutal. I really need this candle to not engulf the other one. It'd be a very bad sign. Every yen pair is melting. Do scalping every day? No, I mean the banks have like algorithms and stuff like that that just like constantly. That's why you see the price like chop and stuff, because banks and institutions, they're like micro scalping, you know? They're just like keeping the market moving, because in order for anyone to execute an order, someone has to be on the opposite side of that, right? That's a big thing that we forget is like Forex traders and stuff like that, because you don't work with traditional institutions. Like in order for you to buy, like someone has to sell it to you, and in order for you to sell, someone has to buy it from you, right? So that's why liquidity is low in like news events or in like certain areas, and that's why the market seeks liquidity, because the real market, like, it needs liquidity to move. So it's constantly executing, like institutions and stuff are constantly executing orders, yeah, but they're not scalping in the traditional sense. Like they don't work like that. Oh, looks like my prayers might be answered. This might close below that quarter point. Yeah, so the market at any given moment is ranging or it's trending, right? You have uptrends, right? Higher highs and higher lows, or you have a range, right? Where it tests the high and then it tests the low and then it tests the high or it tests the low. And then if you drop between the different time frames, it's going to be ranging on one and trending on another, or things like that. So if you actually look, we actually just created this range right here between these two quarter points, right? So if you drop down to the smaller time frame, you'll just see that it's just boom, test, test, test. So now we want to see it test the top and then reject and then come down, test the bottom. Otherwise, it's going to start ranging upwards, which would be unideal. Oh man, this is pretty brutal right now. This is pretty brutal right now. If we execute 1,000 lots, will the market move? I mean, so if you're trading on like a forex broker or things like that, usually they don't actually execute their trades, so it doesn't matter how much you enter, to be honest. And in a traditional market, if you entered 1,000 lots, I mean it's not that much for the whole market, you know. That's like if 1,000 different traders entered one lot, it's not going to do that much. The market is just so massive, you know. It's like trying to say, would you move the ocean if like 1,000 people threw in like one rock, you know? Like you'd make a couple of splashes and then it'd just go right back to what it was doing. Oh man, this is annoying. Oh. Yep. So it came up, tested the top of the range. Let's see if it breaks out here. Buyers lost momentum here at the end of this candle, which is good, right? That's what I said I wanted to see. I wanted to see this close below this quarter point. I didn't want to see it engulf this candle. So that was a good close, unless it just rips up right here, which 10 seconds. Yeah, so that was a good close. Let's see what happens now. This candle's going to be big. This candle's going to be big. Where will I cut my profit? What do you mean by that? Where will I exit? I mean, either at my take profit or if my account hits 10%, you know? If this rips against me, honestly, I'm going to close this second position because I don't want to be over leveraged and then play it by ear. Right, I've got this hard stop here, but I might close it sooner because this is not playing out the way I wanted it to, you know? It's just, it grinded down so slow, and then it's just, buyers have been able to move it up fairly easily. It's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, this looks like it's coming up. Right. Came up, tested, came up, tested, broke. Granted, this is the 1 minute, so it doesn't hold much weight, but it's just an indication of what price is doing. Dollars down, yields down, bonds up, Dow's up, Nas is down. US S&P is flat. Gold is up. GJ is flat. UJ is down. EU is flat. GU is up. I should start trading more Forex, to be honest. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do 1 day for indices and 1 day for Forex. You don't trade S&P. Yeah, most people in Forex don't trade S&P, which is ironic because S&P is the biggest one in terms of like what people actually trade in the actual stock market, you know. But that's probably why people don't trade it, because it's just not as volatile as the Dow Jones or the Nasdaq. Do forex in London and indices in New York. I don't trade in London right now. I just have too much work to do. You know, I can't be up until fucking 5 in the morning. That would be nice though. I'll get to that eventually. Ah, this sucks. London does give clean setups. Yeah, I wish I lived in a London time zone, to be honest. That's such a power move for trading. I can't believe this thing is just retracing like this. Oh, that sucks, bro. Let's see what happens when it comes to this high. I'm in New York. So I'm on that EST time. What about you? Where are you from, Jonathan? Nepal. That's dope. You guys can do every session, huh? That's dope. Ah, this sucks. This thing is just grinding up. Yo, do you have to worry about tigers? You do, right? Let's see what happens when it gets to this point. Was this the 5-minute time frame? Ew. Damn. I was going to say. Could actually be a good re-entry. Came up, because if it rejects here, come back down. Right. We had this area. Tight risk to reward. This is good, because if it just rejected off this area, right? And now if it comes down here, it's gonna fucking run. Well. You're in a safe zone. That's good, bro. Yeah, it should be 1 to 100, I think. Damn, that sucks. If it had let me put that entry in, it would have been fucking perfect. Oh well. Well, that's crazy. So it came up right up into this last supply zone and just rejected hard body. It literally just repeated my original entry, right? Came up into this supply zone, just touched it, came down. Came back up into this supply zone on the smaller time frame, just touched it, now it's coming back down. Now it hit this quarter point, right? It's meeting some resistance, but hopefully it continues through and we start making new lows. That would be very ideal, to be honest. I don't know what the leverage is on this account, to be honest. We're just letting it rock. All right, and then buyers stepped in again at this quarter point. So now we're creating a new zone, a new range rather, right? This is the original range, and now boom, 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 boom. Might create another one up, or it might come back down to test the bottom of this range again. Oh, that was a good reaction though. I wanted to see that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not allowed to use a Fortunes account, so that's why I don't know what the leverage is on this. I had to use something else that's like similar, if that makes sense. Because I run all the operations and stuff, so it's a conflict of interest. It's the same reason James isn't allowed to trade on an account and stuff like that. So I had to finagle something. Yeah, Bradbury, where are you from? Kenya. Nice. Yeah, leverage is good. I mean, you only need it to be enough to make you money, right? At a certain point, leverage becomes too much. Like they're like brokers that offer like 1000x leverage and shit like that, and that's just, I feel like you're destined to just blow your account very easily. Stuff with that. Usually not prop firms though. I don't know any prop firm that offers like 1000x leverage. I could be wrong though. This is not what I wanted to see. Yeah, so it came back up. They bought up this quarter point. Looks like it's going to come on to make another high. And this setup might be done. This has been one hell of a fucking trade. This thing has just been fucking nightmare. $1,000 to $2,000 leverage? What the fuck? That's crazy, bro. What the fuck is that? That's insane. That's a crazy amount of leverage. I can't even imagine that. Bro, CPI news. Max lotting 2,000 leverage on fucking FOMC. People are degenerates. 2,000 leverage. That's nuts. Yeah, but that's not really trading, you know? Like that's more like gambling, because you could do the same thing. You can go to a casino and put down $100 and you can 10x it in one play, right? But it's like with that amount of leverage, it's just so hard to let your trade play out. Yeah, it's definitely a get rich quick scheme at that point. Like it's just, you're hoping to make it in one trade, which is not the way this shit works, you know? Which is not the way this shit works. Oh my god, I am so over this fucking trade. Oh. I feel like 100x leverage is probably the best leverage for trading, to be honest. I could see 500 for people that flip their account. Like, it's just, you're probably going to lose all your money at that point. It's just it's too much leverage. It's just too easy to go off the rails. Your friend trades gold news with full leverage. I'm guessing your friend does not make a lot of money trading. Yeah, most of the time your friend is depressed. Yeah, his fucking hair is falling out. Oh my god, that's gotta be so stressful. Max leverage gold on the news. Just fucking let it rip. Might as well just hit the craps table. He's in alone. Yeah, of course he is. He fucking max leverages gold on fucking news accounts. That sucks, bro. That's crazy. That's got to be the worst trading style I've ever heard of. Thoughts on GJ? Let's take a look. Super quick. Well, it's very much in downtrend. Also, there's no wick here, so it's definitely gonna test this. Might not be right now, but it's definitely gonna. Anytime you see something like this with no wick, it's pretty much guaranteed it's gonna touch that sometime soon. So yeah, I think it's gonna come down and touch that, and then maybe what are we down? It went up. You have this area here before the fucking. Why is that there? You have this area here before the impulse up, right? And then it came up, and so I'd be looking for it to come down into this area and then come up. Right? Well, clear downtrend. Well, clear downtrend. Break of structure right there. What time frame is this? 1 hour. Break of structure, coming back down to test the lows. Maybe come down to this area, right? Maybe even sweep this. Put in a swing failure pattern. But I'd be looking to see it hit this area and bounce. I think that's what price is probably going to do on GJ. Let's see. Did my trade fucking reverse yet? Blow me out? No, it didn't. Shit. Oh, you have a wick on your broker? that makes more sense. I'd still expect it to go towards that low, you know? Maybe hit that area. Let me take a look at that again. Yeah, there's a wick on this one too. Yeah, I still expect it to. Did it sweep that low yet? No, it's definitely gonna sweep this low. Yeah, same thing. Right. Expect it to come down into this area, retest this, and then I'd expect it to be bought up at that level, drive price up. Wow, this has been a fucking chop fest. Thank God I got in a fucking really good entry. Otherwise, this trade would have been a fucking nightmare. Just sitting at the entry the entire time, that'd be disastrous. Nas will go up. Let's see. Could. This chart just looks fucking ugly. You know? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's still technically trending up, you know? It's just. Yeah, hit right into that area. Bounced a little bit. If it's gonna come up, I'd expect it to come up here. I just, like I said, I wouldn't touch this right now. Oh man. Yeah, this is really refusing to do anything. This is really refusing to do anything. Yeah, there's just not a lot of volume right now, you know? There's not a lot of volatility. Which I kind of said when I started the stream when I went over the fundamentals, you know? There's not much going on right now. We don't have much news this week. It's trading just like that. 11 o'clock. Let's see what happens. I want to see it start accepting lower prices, right? Pushed back towards this quarter point. Well, this could be a good sign as long as it doesn't sweep this low and then start pushing back up. I was about to go check Hans's gold trade and then it's just ripped down. Let's go. Come on down. You know you want to. Ah, you bastards. Keep looking at the price, bro. Don't look at the price. Look at the chart. But yeah, it's nice to be back. Now we just need this thing to fucking absolutely melt. Not even, actually. I like the way this looks. Let's go. Keep pushing down. That looks like it's coming down, to be honest. Right? Up. Test the lows. That looks like it's coming down. Higher high, lower high, higher low, lower low, lower high potentially, lower low. That'd be nice. This thing will just not drop. So for now, this quarter point keeps acting as resistance, right? So that's good. But if it breaks, it's going to be ugly, I think. Yeah. Oh, this is so annoying. Nas is making the way. Is that so? Um, Potentially. Yeah, I don't trade after 11:15 because my win rate is just fucking atrocious at that point. Deciding if I should just close these. Trade's still valid. I might just leave this set up, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the original setup because it's clean. That's what I wanted, you know. I might have to lower the lot size though. Five 41. Took a small loss because of FOMO. What'd you take a loss on? What'd you trade, Naz? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I have the stops at break even, and then I have another one because the setup is still valid, you know, like I wouldn't be surprised to see it come up, hit this area again, and then drop. You're probably right though. I should probably just fucking wait until tomorrow. Shouldn't have traded Nas. I told you. Yeah, I think I'm leaving it like that. Yeah, trail starts to break even, and then I fucking have another entry here in case it just wicks it out. It'll probably come up to here if it does that. Yeah, no, you're right. I'll get rid of that second one. Just let it rock. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bradbury, did you get your account from 2 weeks ago or last week? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really afraid. I just know that my win rate past this time is it's not good. I just don't like the way the market moves, to be honest. Yeah, there's nothing I could do at this point. Like I said, I don't like to fucking trade right now. I just know that it's not going to go well. And this thing is just running, so It's whatever. Just fucking melt right now. Just down. Yeah, yeah, psychology. Read on the market, you know, intuition. Some of those things are different too, but it's mostly about psychology. Yeah. Just wondering if I should take it, you know. All right, guys, I'm outie. Thanks for tuning in.